Hypatia and the Life of by Tyler York. General information about Hypatia. She was a renowned astronomer besides just being a mathematician. She lived in Alexandria, Greece. Hypatia was a daughter of Theon of Alexandria, who himself was both an astronomer and a mathematician, just like she is. She was a popular teacher and a lecturer in her time, and she practiced Neoplatonist philosophy, however that is said. Early life. Born in 355 CE, she was a major contributor to her father's works and grew up developing models of astronomical bodies. She was raised in the time of little tolerance for the intellectualism of women. She was discriminated against heavily for her role as a female mathematician. Education. She studied abroad in Athens, with most of her education coming from the teachings of her father, Theon of Alexandria. She was taught Euclid's famous elements from her father, which very likely contributed to some of her mathematical findings and allowed her to be a substantially better mathematician. She studied and eventually became the head of the Platonist school in Alexandria. She studied all relevant and pertinent fields of mathematics that were emerging at the time. Mathematical contributions. She contributed to Ptolemy's, this should be interesting to pronounce. She contributed to Ptolemy's Almagest and Handy Tales. She is accredited with commentary in additions to the following. The first one is something I can't pronounce very well. Apollonius of Perga's Conics, which was basically a type of geometry. And then the second one was Diophantus of Alexandria's Arithmetic, which was basically a precursor to number theory. And then third, she is accredited with commentary and additions to the Astronomical Table, which is a revised version of her father's third book of the commentary on the Almagest. The later years. She passed away on March 415th CE. The way she passed away was heinous. As any air of tolerance for her female intellectualism subsided, and while religious division and tensions arose, she was ripped from her house and was brutally beaten to death by a group of Christian zealots, proving once again that religious people of that time chose fairy tale ideologies over intelligence and human life. And then I have some artwork of Hypatia. This is kind of like a little portrait shot. And then this is a picture of the murder of Hypatia. This is a picture of her being ripped from her area and dragged down the street and beaten by a group of fairy tale chasing Christian zealots. And then here are the sources I used.